let's talk about how to get the protein you need in your daily diet. All right, so the first thing is, what is protein? Why is it needed? What are some of the foods that you can focus on to get the protein you need? And then giving you some meal ideas day to day so that you can hit that target. When I hear people talk about proteins or macronutrients, I kind of zone out. We're going to talk really quickly about proteins and what the big deal is with them and macronutrients. So, proteins are one of 3 primary macronutrients. It provides energy to the body along with fats and carbs. So protein, fats, and carbs, those are the macronutrients. Proteins are also responsible for a large portion of work that is done within the cells. They're necessary for proper structure and function of the muscles, the organs, the tissues, and they act to regulate them. Kind of helps your body function optimally. They are comprised of amino acids, they're essential to proper body function, and they serve as building blocks for body tissue. And this gets important because there are different types of proteins. Foods that provide all essential amino acids are called complete proteins. These include meat, dairy, eggs, and fish, and some plant-based sources like soy, quinoa, and buckwheat, which I've never eaten, but it's on the list. And then foods that are not complete proteins are things like oats and lentils and chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, avocados, mushrooms. I eat a lot of those. Brussels sprouts. I'm going to read this. Your non-essential acids can be made by the body from essential amino acids consumed in food or in the normal breakdown of body proteins. Of the 20 amino acids, 9 are considered essential, and 11 are considered non-essential. So let's take a quick look at the 3 types of proteins. You have complete proteins, incomplete proteins, and then complementary proteins. The complete proteins contain all the essential amino acids. So those are the things that you need in your body that your body doesn't make. So you need food to provide those essential amino acids. Complete proteins, essential amino acids. Those are dairy products, eggs, meats, fish, and poultry. Well, seafood. It could even be shrimp. So seafood and poultry. Incomplete proteins, they're either missing or they don't have enough of the complete amino acids to make it essential. These are mostly plant foods like beans, nuts, grains, peas, seeds. These are what's called incomplete protein sources. Then you have complementary proteins, which are 2 of the incomplete protein sources, and when you eat them together in a meal, they kind of compensate for each other. They balance each other out to help you get more rounded delivery of the amino acids that you need. Here's an example of how a complementary protein would work in a meal. I'm from the South. We eat a lot of red beans or white beans and rice. So when grains and legumes are eaten together, such as rice and beans, they form a complete protein. So getting a cup of beans and rice, red beans and rice, is really great. And then we throw sausage, turkey sausage or something in there. And so you're really getting a protein power packed meal. That's kind of the importance of protein and how they work in your body and why we need to focus on them in our diet. The other thing is how to determine how much you need. The formula I find is anywhere between 0.7 and 0.8 grams of protein for every pound. So if I'm 160 pounds and I multiply that times 0.8, it's 128 grams. So I know it can be hard, and I'm speaking for myself. That is what I strive for. You may not hit it, but I think now that you are mindful of it, you're going to get closer to it than you might have been before. And I think that's a great goal, just to do better. All right, let's talk about foods that are high in protein and low in calories to help you stay lean. If you've watched the video, How I Ate 1,200 Calories a Day, my meal plan and the protein, in that video I referenced my menu planning guide at AnnEvolving.com. When you look at that guide, you need to consider what's the protein you want to put in the salad or the breakfast or the dinner. These are just things I did, and I made sure to measure enough of the protein or to add in a supplemental powder to make sure that I was hitting my target. And that's really important. Let's talk about some of those meals, and I can give you some variations on how to hit your target with each of them. What does 120 grams of protein look like in a day? I start with a cup of coffee. I will take my lactated low-fat milk, about a cup, which is, I think it's 7 grams of protein. I'll put the list up here, how I calculate it. It's like 150 calories and 7 grams of protein. And then I might put a scoop of the Premier Protein powder in that. I'm already getting 15 grams of protein in the protein powder, 75 calories. I'm getting the milk, which is I think 150 calories and 7 grams of protein. So I'm already getting a good dose of protein right there. I'll probably drink that on my way to work, or I'll drink it when I wake up, and then I'll have a couple of eggs, might even put a little egg white in there, a couple slices of bacon, and I'm off. And I am so full until I just drink water and things like that in between. When I do a spinach salad, I really like to do the 4 cups of spinach, just raw spinach, at least a cup of chicken or 100 grams of chicken, a boiled egg. I don't even need the yolk. I can just put the egg white on top, and mushrooms. And then for dinner, I can do pot roast. I can do cauliflower, broccoli with that. I can do a quarter pound of hamburger, 25 grams of protein. I can do, like I said, the beef roast, that's over 30 grams of protein. Again, I'm getting that essential amino acids in those proteins, and I'm getting the other non-essential proteins in the spinach and mushrooms and things like that. So at the end of the day, I am reaching that 120 grams of protein. And I love having a snack in the afternoon or before bed of a cup of cottage cheese and cantaloupe or strawberries or something like that. I could put that in the morning as my breakfast. A lot of times I won't even have the eggs. I will just go for the cantaloupe and the cottage cheese. And again, I'm hitting that target, that 30-gram target. I have learned how to modify my daily intake and get those protein targets. It is something that you have to work on and learn about. You have to be able to look up your protein and just jot it down, just put it on a card, and then when you pull out your card, you know, okay, this is what I'm getting. Here's my 30 grams for breakfast, here's my 30 grams for lunch, and my 30 grams for dinner, or 40, 40, and 40, or 30, 30, and 30, and then a snack with 20 and 20. Now that you know you need protein, why you need protein, how much protein you need, the food you need to get it, and how to get it in your meals, here's a great video to watch to help you learn how to plan your meals and prep your meals for the week. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.